I think something which is beautiful is that it is our hope that we are offering our tools, our soul's offerings, so other people can connect with that uh, intangible energy, because it's not tangible. You cannot touch it, but you can feel it. And if you let go of all the limitations and all the buts, but what about this, but what about that, if we can let go of all that and just enter, because it's like entering into a tunnel almost.
Yeah.
Just trust that you're going to be swimming those
Hmm.
waters, navigating,
Yeah.
surfing, and new creations are going to come up out of that.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the whole idea, right?
Yeah.
Then,
Yeah.
if you let yourself, it's like going on a roller coaster for the first time.
Hmm.
You are terrorized
Hmm.
at least I was
Yeah.
very scared. And
Yeah.
then once I was there and once I lost the fear, I realized, well, nothing is going to happen. It was so liberating to be feeling.
Yeah.
It was thrilling, actually.
Yeah.
And that's what I am sure, and you are sure too, that this is
Hmm.
going to happen. We are
Yeah.
hoping that people can use this tools and these offerings and experiment, and don't stop just by doing this once. To continue doing this, because like
Hmm.
everything else in life, you need to practice, you need to get used to this new modality.
Hmm.
And but I promise that it's going to happen, and you can do
Yeah.
the same promise, the same vow, and it's not
Yeah.
we are not going to be misleading or people by doing that.
No, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And one thing that you said reminded me of an experience I had a couple of years ago through a guided meditation. When you're talking about release and like jumping into water and intuitively through this meditation that was, I think it was the intent of it was also to help release blocks and release fears. And my visualization in that meditation was falling into a pool of black water and letting go and going under the water and taking a breath and breathing in the water. I've always had or I can't say now, I've kind of started learning how to overcome this fear, but most of my life I was afraid to go in water if I couldn't see to the bottom or see what was in it and see around me. I had that fear of not being able to see ahead or prepare myself for what was coming. And just going through that meditation and falling into the darkness and taking that breath and just letting go took me into a completely other world that I would have experienced before. And just that process of visualizing that for just a couple minutes really helped me take on a lot more creativity and a lot more that I wanted in my life that I had been blocking with fears before. And I think different exercises like that are kind of related to that we're going to be providing of releasing fears and releasing blocks
Exactly.
and practicing that on a regular basis, what creates the space for new to come in. So it's like it's just like really wonderful exercises to be doing in many different ways and modalities that will help people in many
Yeah,
ways.
yeah, excellent. And
Hmm.
that what you experience through the meditation is to tap into that subconscious, right?
Hmm.
Where there is no fear. It is in there. It is in this little box, and so you were able to tap into that. And what I believe that happens is that that becomes an anchor,
Hmm.
and we can use that. We can use that so many times during the day. So
Yeah.
after that meditation, you would encounter a moment where you would be afraid not of water, but maybe of something else.
Hmm.
So go back to this feeling of what you said, how you felt. You felt so free and so happy that you were able to overcome that feeling, right?
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
would be your anchor, that moment. And so then going back to the day, you are facing some situation. You have a job interview, let's say, right? And you are going through or meeting somebody or doing something which is going to cause anxiety, nervousness. Okay, connect with that moment, connect with the anchor, connect with the feeling, and it is instant. It's like taking a
Mm-hmm.
pill. I don't know,
Yeah. Yeah.
taking a pill to that's the same effect. And
Right.
that is what I love about energy, right? Because you
Yeah.
energetically you are there, and then your whole system changes. You
Mm-hmm.
all prepare differently to,
Yeah.
to deal with that situation. And
Right.
that is what it is about. It's
Yeah.
about remembering that you said something about new, connecting with a new or something like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Releasing that fear really
Yes,
made it created, allowed me to go into a new space that
a
I'd
new
never discovered
space.
before.
The space has been there always.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of our density and the way we connect with our own material being in the
Mm-hmm.
form of our body, right? We cannot be feeling that in that way. As we can elevate from this body and we can say, okay, well,
Mm-hmm.
now I am anchoring, I am feeling this, we are able to be in that space. And
Mm-hmm.
in that space, the creation is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to my partner, to Arnold this morning. We had a interesting talk. And so one thing I said to him that this happened to me very recently, actually with the advent of the new year. I like to choose for the new year, usually instead of goals, I like to choose like a theme, right? So for this year, it was going to be creativity and how to use, how to feel, how to be creativity, how to
Yeah.
become creativity 24/7. And I don't know how it came to me, if it was through a meditation, I can't remember, or if it was a series, because it's not always one thing, it's a combination, right? That I realized that I needed to let go of expectations. And it was connected with some other events in my life. And I said, one day I said, okay, this year, I don't want to expect anything, nothing. I want to have zero expectation about how things should be or how people should behave or how,
Mm-hmm.
because to
Yeah.
a certain level, I think all of us have that, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to think in terms of offering from my creative space, a space and everything that I can offer in different fields, different arenas of my life.
Mm.
The day I was able to feel that and to say that, I literally felt that some chains were cut off, right?
Right. Yeah.
And since that day, Carly, it has been one thing after the other,
Yeah.
positive things, very positive things.
Mm-hmm.
What was very interesting that in the beginning, it started to be with people and people that I was having some expectations of, right, of certain things. And all of a sudden they came to me with this, for me, it was completely out of the blue, unexpected
Yeah.
for them to be saying that.
Yeah.
And I was laughing, I was saying, oh, okay, so it was me all this time that it was preventing from this to happen, right?
Yeah.
By having that expectation. I don't know if I am explaining this properly,
Yeah.
but it
Yeah.
was very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that space is always there.
Mm-hmm. For
It's
sure.
new for us because you haven't experienced that before, or
Yeah.
because we are
Yeah.
not used to being in that pace
Mm-hmm.
continuously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, and I mean, the whole point of releasing fears is to create expansion, right? There's no, and it's limitless expansion. There's no limit to how much we can expand and how much we can experience and what we can experience and how much we can grow
Yeah.
and where we go. It's just like that fear. It's like you described that earlier. It's like a prison. It creates limits. Fear creates limits, and releasing fear creates limitlessness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ah, thank you.